Hey guys, so over the years of having this YouTube channel, I've been able to interact with a lot of you guys, get to answer your questions, and see what kind of questions you guys are asking. And a lot of you have been asking how much you should be studying for the ACT, how many practice tests you should be taking, how long you should be studying for per session, how many days, how many weeks, months, and etc. And today I want to answer that by giving you 3 study plans or study schedules that you can use depending on how much time you have until your ACT exam or until the last time you can actually take the test. So let's explore each plan and what can work best for you. Every student is different, every student studies differently, and you all have different situations, different colleges, different test dates. So I want to give you a plan and give you different options that work best for you. These are sort of study schedules that have worked for me as well as for other students that I've tutored, and they can do the same for you as well. So let's get right into the 3 types. So I'm going to just give you an outline of what each one is. There is a long-term plan, which is for if you have 3 or more months until your final ACT exam or until you just take the ACT. There is a medium-term plan, which is about 3 months, 1 to 3 months. And then the last one is the cramming plan, which a lot of you might probably find yourself in considering that there is an ACT exam within the next month. So let's go and start with the long-term plan, and we'll keep going through there. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I give my favorite tip about how you can maximize the speed and efficiency of your studying so you can spend less time studying, more time improving. Also, there are 6 free practice exams linked below. Be sure to check them out if you want free practice exams. With the long-term plan, you have, like I said, 3 or more months, and I recommend that what you do is you take 1 official ACT practice exam per week. So you have 1 per week. You can split that up. You don't have to take it all at once on a Saturday morning. Do maybe English on a Monday, math on a Wednesday, reading on a Thursday. However you want to break it up, and make sure that when you take the test, you obviously use the timing, you use the constraints, you don't have distractions around you. You want to simulate the test to the best of your ability because you are using this practice test as a way to simulate the exam and see how you would do in real time. Now, after you test, again, like we always say, you need to go over your exams, learn from your mistakes, and most importantly, it's really helpful if you write down the mistakes that you're making, write down the skills associated with each problem, especially with English and math mistakes, because those are very skill heavy. You need to learn the skills, and the way that you learn these skills is by taking note of the skills you're struggling with, continuously practicing those sections so you can build those skills from exam to exam, and again, reanalyzing your weaknesses so you can see how you're improving over time and what weaknesses are giving you the most trouble from exam to exam. So you should be spending about 3 or 4 hours per week actually practicing, and then another up to 3 or 4 hours spent analyzing your mistakes, understanding why you made those mistakes, and taking notes on each mistake that you make, each question that you get wrong, and whatever information you can learn from that mistake. So at the end of this 3-month process, you should have about 10 to 12 practice exams under your belt, and with that, you'll definitely be ready for the ACT exam if you have followed the procedure of analyzing your weaknesses and making the most of that analysis that's possible. Next plan is the medium-term plan, and this is if you have 1 to 3 months before your next ACT exam. Now what I recommend for this is basically just double the amount of practice that you do per week. Now that's going to be hard for a lot of you students. You're taking AP exams, you have busy classes, you have extracurriculars. I understand this might not always be possible. That's why if you are in the medium-term plan, it is going to be a bit more challenging to get the improvement that you're looking for. But ideally what you should be aiming for is to do double the practice and do double the analysis, because that's where you're really going to make a lot of improvement. Now my point is with these shorter term plans, especially the cramming plan, you don't want to end up wasting practice exams. If you're taking 2 a week or even more than that, then you're going to be in a situation where you're not going to have enough time to actually analyze your weaknesses before the ACT. And so you're limiting the amount of improvement that you can make apart from just repeatedly practicing and improving from there. You're not going to have as much improvement from learning from your mistakes, which is a problem because that's where a lot of your improvement is going to come from. Especially if you're trying to go from like a 20s to a 30s score, that's the skill knowledge that you need to build. So I would say make sure that if you take a practice exam, try your very, very best to look over your mistakes and make the most of that process because that's where you make most of your money. Again, you're going to be doubling up from 3 to 4 hours per week to about 6 to 8 hours spent just practicing because you have 2 practice exams, and then another 5 to 7 hours spent towards analyzing your weaknesses, understanding your weaknesses and mistakes, taking notes, and analyzing practice exam to practice exam. What am I struggling with? How can I improve? And then by the end of it, you should probably end up around 6 to 12 practice exams that you've taken at the end of the 1 to 3 month period, depending on how many months, how many weeks, and how much you are actually able to practice. But with that number, and if you do the process, you can definitely get the improvement. But like I said, it is going to be much more challenging because you have to fit double the practice in about half the time. And the last approach is the cramming or the ultra short term approach, the one that you're probably, maybe not probably, but a lot of students watching this video might be looking for. It's less than 1 month until the ACT exam. That's when a lot of students start watching these kinds of videos. So what do I recommend if you have less than 1 month left? Basically practice as much as you can per week. But like I said, don't waste practice exams, especially if you can just take the next ACT. The February ACT is within a few weeks, but if you're someone that can just take the April one, if you're a junior, just take the April one. Take the February one too, but don't waste 12 practice exams within 2 weeks, because you're not going to be able to maximize the improvement from that exam. So don't waste. Try your very best to get as much high quality practice and high quality analysis, again using the process that I've outlined a number of times in this video, and do that as much as you can. But don't go overboard, especially if you can take another exam after this upcoming test that's within 1 month for you. In terms of what's actually a good number for practice, 2 to 3 is usually the maximum I would recommend. Like if you're taking 3, 4, 5 practice exams per week, I really don't know how much you're gonna actually be able to improve with that, especially with high school extracurriculars. I know you guys are busy. Unless you're really devoting like 60-70% of your time towards this, it's gonna be really tough. So try to go maybe 2, 3, I'd say max, and again follow the same process. And with that, you might be able to get to 6 to 10 within the month, depending on your schedule and how things work out for you. But if you follow the process perfectly and you have a lot of time on your hands, then you can get your target score in less than 1 month, but it's very difficult. You have to do a lot of analysis, you have to do a lot of learning within 1 month. And that's, I'm saying, if you're starting from scratch. But it's possible if you have a lot of time and a lot of determination and patience. Alright, and then the thing that I wanted to say at the end of the video is that group studying is a great way to accelerate your studying process, especially not necessarily when you're practicing, but the after practice analysis. That's where you learn your skills. And if you're someone that has a lot of skill weaknesses, maybe you're getting a low 20 score or even below that, that's fine. But if you study with people that have a different skill set than you, then you can learn from them, as opposed to you trying to learn all these skills just by yourself. So if you get a question wrong in a math exam and you have no idea what's going on, ask your friend who might be better than you at math. That'll help you understand these skills faster, and you can maybe help your friend as well as you go through. And if you sit down with maybe 2, 3, 4 kids, and maybe you have a teacher there, a tutor, whatever, try your very best to get as many people involved as possible. Learn together, because you'll learn much faster and you'll save yourself a lot of time, especially if you're in the cramming or the medium-term studying plan. So I'd really recommend that you do that. That's something that I did not do when I was studying, but I've seen it help. It work for a lot of students, and I think it can help you too if you're trying to learn skills and get that encouragement as well, because when you're in a group, you're all in it together, you're all trying to improve together, and that can help you not only improve faster, but also stay motivated. You hold each other accountable. So use these strategies. I hope they help you, and with that, that should help you guys. That's basically the end of the video. If you guys need official ACT practice exams, like I said at the beginning, there are 6 linked below. You can see them there, and there's also a free tutoring session that you can get with us, with me, or with another 5 Academy tutor. We'll help you guys answer any of your questions, give you college advice, give you ACT advice, whatever it is, we'll help you. And with that, good luck on the ACT. If you're cramming, good luck. I don't know what else to say, but good luck on the ACT. Peace.